does.
So how can the government control people? I mean, the government's in Washington or Sacramento.
Because they control the money.
They control the money.
They control the whole United States. You know why? Because the rich people of this country don't care about the economy. You got oil, you got Texas people that own football fields, and they made laws back in the 70s against this. Now, when the presidencies die off, those laws are no longer enacted, and that was corporates cannot control prices of things. And guess who owns all of America now? Corporates. And the little mom and pop stores are hardly anymore. So they lied even back then. Do you remember that lie? We were talking about lies.
I seem to remember a couple lies. I'm not, you know.
Well, the one was a guy with a whole lot of money, basically. A guy with a whole lot of money who can go in and control a market like, okay, like, let's say, I won't mention their name, but there's two business people that have been buying land here, and he's just one of them. There's another one that owns 200 pieces, and that's monopoly, and that's why the prices go up. So there's base, I'll say it, well.
So the guy owns it, you're not telling me his name, he owns 100 houses or something?
That's 200 pieces of property, that's one. This other person, these other two own 41st Avenue. They own they own part of 41st Avenue. Where the new Home Depot is and the new Safeway pays rent to that person, and he's got property up and down SoCal. What I was going to say was, back in the 70s, they went around and bought up 95% of all the laundromats. They own 95%. The only couple of places that are left are owned by the original owner, and I met one, and he said, no, I will not sell to those jerks, because then they jacked up prices. That's why you have $250, and some places that are still mom and pop are $175. That's what I'm saying, the control of money.
Yeah.
And we all feel it. I don't, I see it. I can literally attack it, if you will, verbally, in a nice way. Now that rich person might think, you know, he's right, I've got property, maybe I should give one up and tax deductible, and maybe he can have a shop there. That's what I'm looking for, because these people have so much, it's beyond greed. Now they're walking around like this. My age, that's how much money they have, my age, not even old people, like this. Never talking to anybody, and they go out to the flea market. He goes to the flea market religiously, doesn't talk to nobody, he just a very unhappy person.
He just frowns. Huh?
Yeah, so you know, I got to work with somebody, man. This is a joke. This is all a joke, man, for real. Cars are not the future.
Well, it sounds...
Because the first top 10 loves of people, that would be a good question. And I'd like to pose this. I'd like to get some mail back on this interview. And my name is Giovanni Antonio Vitali. Born in Catanzaro, Italy. Satriano, Italy, province of Catanzaro. I moved to New York at 5 years old. I left farm and land. I had no choice. It was my parents' decisions, and it was beautiful. They went to New York, we worked. But anyway, to cut through the chase, the seven things people love in order. I can see it. Family. Well, these are my lists, but I would like to see their list, because one of them, right in the middle, is cars. And hiding out in cars. I remember when I used to love my car. That was my second home. I can go on a 6-hour, you know what I'm trying to say? I can go on a 6-hour or 6-day ride and chill out, but then I got to go back to, anyway, I used to love cars.